I'm feeling very Nikki tutorials today with this high pony. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another foundation wear test. I've been trying so many new foundations just because my skin has been out of control, as I've told you guys many times before. But I used to be a very oily skinned person. Now I'm actually more on the dry side. It's bizarre. But a couple of weeks ago I tried out the Josie Maran foundation, the Vibrancy foundation, which I didn't really like. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below for you guys. But today I'm trying out it's not really new, but it is a new foundation. It's the Dior Forever foundation. So if you have been around for a while on my channel, I actually already tried this foundation about two years ago. I tried this foundation, like right when I was starting my channel. If I can find that video, I'm gonna link it down below for you, but just be nice, okay? Because I was new to the whole YouTube game. Sometimes I watch my old videos and I just like cringe, but anyways, so when I tried this before, I really liked it. But Dior reformulated their Forever foundation. So they reformulated it, they added some shades, and now it's like a different texture, consistency. It's still meant for like the matte finish, but it's like a reformulated, I don't know. And everybody is going crazy over this foundation right now, you guys. All the big YouTubers are like, oh my gosh, Dior Forever. And I was like, that's not new. And then I did a little bit of research and I was like, oh, they reformulated it. So today we're gonna try the brand new formulation. If you did not know, this is sold at Sephora, but you can also get it at the Dior counters. It is $50. Yeah, $50, and it comes in 24 shades. I think before it only came in like 15 shades. So they expanded the shade range quite a bit. The color I wore before was 022, and I recall it being like a little bit too dark for me. So I picked up 014, which is still a cool toned shadow. A cool toned shadow. It's still a cool toned foundation, but it's a lighter color than the 22. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. All right, from what I remember, the bottle still looks the same. It's like a frosty finish. It is glass. There is 1 ounce in here, and it has a pump. I love foundations that have pumps. I think it's great. All right, so the box says, Dior creates perfect makeup for everlasting wear. Dior Forever. It's fluid, non-greasy, texture, It's fluid, non-greasy texture, perfectly blends with the skin for an immediate matte finish with no mask effect. Throughout the day, it provides optimal comfort and flawless wear. Day after day, the skin's texture appears refined and its surface beautifully enhanced. So if you look online, it's described as a luminous matte finish, which is like, blows my mind. Luminous matte. Usually those are two opposites, but this is supposed to like combine the two, so who knows? All right, so I think I'm gonna do 3 pumps. These seem like little pumps for some reason. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender just because when I had this foundation before, in the old formula, I preferred the beauty blender. So I kind of just want to see, you know, compared to that. I'm going to have to go back and watch that video. The color seems to be pretty good, actually. And if you guys have never watched one of my foundation wear test videos before, I always use the same exact primer and the same exact skincare that I've been using for the past month or so, just to make sure I'm not introducing too many variables. I want to see how the foundation truly performs, and if I mix too many products, I'm not going to know what it is that either worked or didn't work, you know what I mean? So I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer in the smoothing formula, and then of course my eyes I primed as well. So it's looking like the foundation matches really well. I look really white in the viewfinder though. I'm gonna drag it down my neck just a little bit because some of the reviews I've watched, people say that it oxidizes quite like badly. I was gonna say quickly, but not quickly, but it oxidizes pretty badly, and I did need an extra pump, so definitely more than a 1 pumper, or maybe I'm just using too much, I don't know. But Just in case it does decide to oxidize on me, I'm just gonna drag it down my neck. I typically always drag foundations down my neck anyways, just to prevent the mask line. Okay, so here is what it looks like. I'm gonna zoom in, and I actually would be okay with it oxidizing a little bit because it is a little bit on the pale side. It's not too bad, but you can tell like my face to my neck, it's a little bit on the white side. But that's okay, we'll bronze it up with some bronzer. But overall, I mean, the coverage is really nice. It's definitely a fuller coverage foundation. This is just one layer, and I don't find the need to go in with a second layer. It definitely covered up some of the redness I had on my face. I'm looking in the viewfinder quite a bit in case you're wondering why I keep glancing over there. So there's that. It's definitely a matte finish. I don't see any shine poking through right away, which is good in my book because I'm not much of a shiny, I don't like the shine effect. So it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. It was quick and easy to blend out. So far, I really, really like it, but I'm gonna do the rest of my face makeup and then I'm gonna hop in and show you guys what it looks like. So just for time reference, just so you know, it's currently 2:03 p.m. and we'll check back in, see what it looks like in a little bit. All right guys, so here's what the foundation looks like with a full face of makeup on with it. I love it, you guys. I had a feeling I would love it, but like, I really like it. I will say, first of all, it did definitely oxidize, probably 1 or 2 shades darker than it originally was, which in my situation worked for me. Like, it helped me because it was a little bit too fair. But the reason, or the way I could tell is, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see because I tried to blend it out with bronzer, I had a streak of foundation like right here that I didn't blend out well with the Beauty Blender, and it almost looked a little bit orangey. Now once I buffed it out and I added some bronzer, like I think it all blended very well, but that's how I knew it oxidized. If you don't know what oxidation is, it's basically when foundation mixes with air, hence oxygen, and it just kind of changes the components and the color of the foundation. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing your color. You might want to buy a shade or two lighter because it does get darker. But other than that, I think it looks great. I think it's settling really well. I do not see one hint of oil poking through, which I am like, heck yeah, I am so happy about that because I have a problem with oil poking through. The Josie Maran foundation, it started to poke through within like 30 minutes, but that's because it was like an oily foundation. But I don't see any oils poking through. I think it looks really pretty. It looks really natural. I don't think it looks cakey or like chalky. It just looks like really pretty skin. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. So if you haven't watched one of my foundation first impressions or wear tests before, the problem areas or the parts of my skin that I look at the most are my smile lines and right here on my chin. I also look like right around my nose as well because that's kind of where oil pools up. So if I look at those 3 areas, my smile lines, I think look pretty good. I don't think the foundation is accentuating them or settling into them. I have been pretty expressive. I filmed 2 videos, so I've been pretty expressive and I don't feel like it's kind of sunken in or anything like that. My chin line looks perfect and right around my nose looks great. So far, so good. Time-wise, it's been an hour exactly. It's 3 o'clock since I put the foundation on. So I'm gonna go about my day. It's probably gonna be a pretty late night. And I will check in with you guys at the very end of the day before I take off my makeup and we'll see. But so far, I really, really like it a lot. Okay guys, so it is the end of the night for me now and I've been wearing foundation for 8+ hours. I know on a typical day I'd wear it for like 10 to 12 hours, but it's the weekend and just so you know, I was outside for probably 5 hours in the heat, in the direct sunlight for some of the day. So I definitely got a lot of wear out of this foundation, that's for sure. And I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror. I have not touched up with any powder, any oil blotting sheets, nothing. I haven't touched it at all. And I think it looks pretty dang good. The viewfinder looks really, really good. The only area that is a little bit shiny is like right here by my nose. And I did notice my smile line settled in ever so slightly, but I feel like I can probably get a beauty blender and just kind of like buff it out a little bit and that would take care of that. So as far as holding a matte finish for at least 8 hours, it definitely holds true to that. That's for sure. So zooming in a little bit, you can see it's settled in ever so slightly. I'm trying to not talk so you can see ever so slightly to my smile lines, but again, I feel like maybe I can get a makeup sponge or like a compact and just kind of like buff that out a little bit. I feel like I'm just kind of at the age where my smile lines, they're always going to be there. Unfortunately, unless I get Botox or something like that. So my chin line, no settling at all. I don't think. Let me check. Yeah, nothing settled into my chin line, which is great. And then right around my nose, it didn't settle in, but you can see a little bit of oil poking through. But other than that, of course, this is highlighter. Other than that, I think everything just looks like kind of naturally. I mean, it's definitely not as matte as when I first put it on, but it's not shiny, it's not oily. I don't feel like it's heavy, it's not itchy. I think it looks really good. It looks very just like natural, is that the right word? I also did test the Flashback, so there is 35% SPF, or SPF 35, I always say 35%, SPF 35 in this, and I did get one flash photograph taken of me tonight, and I don't have that photograph. If I can get a hold of it by the time I edit this video, I will insert a clip for you guys so you can see it. But after it was taken, I was like, oh, can I see? It was dark outside and flash photography with an iPhone or some cell phone. And I looked at it specifically to see if I had the white flashback, like the white face, and I didn't. So that's good. There wasn't a whole lot of flashback. I know with the Armani Power fabric, I had a lot of flashback. And in this one, I mean, there was a little bit of flashback, but it really wasn't bad, like, at all. You could barely tell. It was just like a little teeny bit of flashback. So overall, I have to give this foundation 2 thumbs up. I remember really liking it like 2 years ago, and now with the reformulation, yeah, that's the right word, I still really like it. So definitely worth the $50. I will be getting lots of use out of this foundation. Now I'm deciding, okay, what's better for my wedding, this one or the Lancome one? My Holy Grail Lancome Tint Idol Ultra. Maybe I'll do like a battle of the foundations, and I'll do one on half my face, other half. There's an idea. So that is the end of this first impressions video. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.